Okay, so if this week was supposed to be about Growlings, why were the stories about the Voo instead? Like, there were Growlings in it, but it was really more the Voo than the Growling. You know what I'm saying, Lothran, right?
Well, it's complicated, but the context is there in the stories themselves. It's. Let me see how do I explain this. A growling isn't just a growling, nor is a voo really a voo. Okay, this is more difficult than I thought. But what is a growling? What is a growling?
You're asking me? I don't know. Is. Well, basically, it's a little being that was originally created to serve a Zir. That seems about right. Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, that's actually good. Close enough. Not correct, but close enough for the purposes of this discussion. All right, we'll move on from there. Now, a better question: where do Zirs come from?
Growlings, I suppose. Like in the stories, the growlings change each time they're given an order, so over time they become Growlings. Maybe with enough commands after they're Growlings, they cross a mental barrier and become something akin to a Zir. It's logical, right?
All right, again, close enough to move on. Close enough. Where do Voos come from? Where?
The same process, I guess, right? Yeah?
You don't sound all that sure, young Korvoth.
I am not. I am not.
Close enough again. Let's just move forward. It's different for each of them, but only in the variables. Let's see. Where was I? I just had a little bit of a brain fuzz. Just a little branch either way, yeah, between the Vu and the Zir. It's the same principle behind both set of changes. It's just the way they go about allowing the change to occur. A Zir would force it, and a Vu would let it occur naturally, or develop a system to make it occur faster, but without the pain and suffering involved that a Zir would force. So, what does that say about a Vu and a Zir?
That they're almost the same thing, really. But that doesn't make sense. They believe in and strive for totally different things, don't they? Why do they get different results?
You're forgetting the basic principles here, and that's what's really important. The Vu are the. I need to make this as clear as possible. The Vu, first off, they aren't uniform in description. There's a range from best to worst. I'm not saying the worst Vu is worse than the best Zir, or even how someone would determine such things, but it's the principles of the Vu and the Zir that define them as so separate from each other. The Zir believe only in force. The Vu seek to understand. It is the difference between them. It is why the Vu have won over such a period of time as they have, or before whatever created the deep well occurred. You understand?
So what? I kinda get it. I'm not. Oh, this is confusing.
I was once so very much like you, young jackal. It's good that you are not sure, and that you know you're not sure of what's going on, that you have that ability to question yourself.
What? How is it a good thing? It feels so disconcerting. Like there's a trouble in my mind and I gotta solve it. This for a long time will be real bad.
Oh, that feeling will drive you, young jackal. My medium-sized worm, Korvoth. It will push you to seek out answers, to question. And that is the most important facet of what we are, to question. We're sentient, you understand? We, in order to grow, must question our surroundings, experiment, fail, and eventually, if we keep at it, theorize the right way, experiment, and succeed. It is what we are. It is what we must be, you and I, and many others.
So, okay, alright. Put all that aside for I don't wanna think about it right now. No. Done with that. Fine, whatever. Okay, I was curious about something else.
Feel free to ask away.
Okay, alright. So if this is a story from the heart of the jackals, how do they know about Phil Dathwell? Isn't he a boo from the ages long past, or whatever you think is happening that no one remembers and all that stuff? Like, shouldn't no one know who Dathwell is? Like, that's not how these things work, is it? No, like all the Earth stuff is like, you hear about some stuff or some tech, and then nobody knows how it works, and nobody knows who built it, and all that stuff. Like, this is different.
See, that's how it is in books, stories, and movies. When people are writing fiction, it's a trope. People in the now or after the fall, if there was ever a fall of some great civilization, don't know anything about those that came before. But that's certainly not how the deep well works, or is as it exists right now.
Oh, I guess I've seen a decent amount about Astradia. Is that a well-known story?
Among the archivists, yes. In the more advanced portions of other pockets of the jackals as well. But the stories that feature the command council of the Vu, those are pretty much everywhere.
But how? I mean, how do less advanced people deal with all that technology? They're constantly tripping over the stuff.
Typically, they label it magic very incorrectly. Any process, once it is properly understood and the principles and techniques behind the production of it, well, that's just understanding applied, or technology.
Oh, okay, so... Wait, it's not counter to the way the deep well works, it's counter to the way I was thinking.
Ah, precisely! Correct, quite correct, young Korvoth. Excellent adaptation. That is exactly what you need to think. It's wonderful to hear you say it.
Hooray! I did something right!
You did, in fact. Another very important step in the process. Did you have anything else on your mind of the tales of the week? Anything at all?
Well, the last one ends pretty abruptly. Will you be telling more of these sometime soon? I quite liked them.
Oh, very soon, young jackal. Next week, in fact. I already have a few of them transcribed.
Oh, but what about the Doom story that I found, the Doom story.
I thought you were doing that on Sunday. Not this one, but next week.
No. Like, this week and next we're talking about the invention system and what I set up for basic progression and all that. There's a bunch to go over.
Okay. Calm down.
Well, what am I gonna do? I can't squeeze all that commerce intrigue into one day. That's mental. Oh, there's too much spice to put in one tiny bag.
Calm down, Korvoth. Not next week, but the week after, we'll tell all of the Thum stuff together. Thum. It is a funny word. Thum.
We'll tell it? What, are you gonna take this from me?
Are you going to do all of that work alone?
Okay. I see your point. That will be better all around, I suppose. Okay, I can start transcribing it on the side. It's gonna be good. But Foundry is much more important, so that's still my focus. We gotta get the basic idea out there in some form so people can pick it up and play it and make, have fun with it and stuff.
I agree, but we've done enough here. I think we should take a break. Have a bit of a breather. I'll do the goodbye and then write up a plan of action. Got it?
Yes, Lothrin.
Okay. Good night and good luck, everyone. Stay safe out there.